Start by saying, Call Halal Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shah, your brother Gazam, got your brother Kadar, and brother Zebulon in the building, aka Brandon. We're gonna start with Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Because this whole lesson is about um our men of Israel and our leaders. Because like the last lesson was going into how going into like what men do and like how their actions affect us as a nation, and most of those things was negative. But I want to come back and do a part two on things that we can work on and do to kind of lift our nation. But I also want y'all to understand, like, most of God chose y'all for a reason. You
You said
know,
which one is Salak?
Deuteronomy chapter
7 and
7,
6.
6.
I'm
7 and
right
6.
here.
Okay, God, you got it.
Huh.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Huh. So I want y'all to understand, like, no matter what society will want to paint us as, at the end of the day, we are still God's chosen people. Because at the end of the day, if if every woman on this earth dies, well, every Israelite woman on this earth dies, and it's like men still on this earth, we still would produce Israelite children, according to Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 18, because we carry the seed of the chosen seed of God. So that alone makes us a hot commodity on this earth. So don't ever feel like just because we failed in the past and we fell short in the past that kind of dictates who we are spiritually and mentally. No, just because society won't want us to think that like we're below and we're beneath, but deep down inside the most of God put a spirit in us that you can't buy and that you can't fake to be the rightful rulers of this earth. Um, y'all got a precept? Or y'all good?
No, I had a. Well, I'm gonna use this preset later for sure, but I was just
Come,
gonna
come,
back
come.
up off of that. Basically, going into kind of what you just said, bro. In the sense that that's also dealing with like what's the thing called? That's where that experience and wisdom come into play. Because you should be able to look at our history, bro, and see where we went wrong and do the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying?
Come, exactly. Like, one thing that makes a good leader is is not being afraid to, for one, ask for help, and for two, not afraid to fail. Like, you're not always gonna make the right decisions, and that's judging by our past in America per se. First off, we wasn't dealt the best hand for one, and for two, we didn't make the best decisions either. But at the end of the day, we literally control the keys to not like physically like can choose who makes it, but we get determined who is part of the chosen seed line based on who we have sex with. That
Wow.
alone is a heavy task that the Most High God gave us. Like, nigga, like, that's not no light thing. And for brothers to be spreading their seed around carelessly, that shows that you don't even appreciate that gift. Like, you just been alive as it's like, man, you damn near that guy for real. And that's why I get so frustrated because brothers gotta act like it. You know, at the end of the day, like, it's like it's no good knowing that you God's chosen if you're not acting like God's chosen. But I'm gonna get Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 18. Uh, I'm up, Zebulon, I got you real quick. Like, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the name from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So we all know, according to the Bible, that guess what, your nationality is based on your father, and that's why I was hopping on that point earlier, saying like we gotta understand like the power that we carry within us, as far as the spirit, and also as far as like our seed goes. Uh,
I ain't got nothing right now. I'm just waiting for. I got a few precepts in mind. A few of them you might already got, but
Come, you get now. Come, I'm finna go to Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10. like I was saying earlier, like
In
I
Ezra
don't got
7
my
and 10.
apocrypha on me.
Nah, you good. I got it. I'm here.
actually I can put it up. My bad. I'm tripping. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, bro, like it's like I was saying earlier, bro, like and like y'all, like we carry the baseline for being able to even receive salvation because you're not an Israelite, then you're not receiving salvation. For one, and for two, you gotta remember, like the earth was created for our sake. Like no matter where you're at right now, you gotta look, just read the scripture and just look into the future. Like man, like the earth was given to us to rule. We're of course Christ, but like that's a heavy gift from the Most High, and He would never gave us that if He felt like we wasn't equipped to do it. It's just we had to tap into that the side of us. Like, but I feel like the white man has done such a great job with disconnecting us from our history and from our heritage, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, that we don't even look at ourselves as kings and as priests. Like a lot of time, like a brother may call his other brother a king, but it doesn't matter how I look at you. It's how you look at yourself. Cause you gotta know deep down inside, bro, like you are a king. No matter what your woman said, no matter what society say, the Most High God chose you, men in particular, your nation, your spirits, to rule this whole earth. If the if the creator of the whole earth decided you was equipped to rule this bitch, you damn sure better know you are the one that's ready to rule this bitch. But you got to point out, but shit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just about
yeah,
to go. I mean, same thing how you brought out Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I mean, we already know a milk scripture off that is First Peter 2 and 9 in a
come,
different translation. Royal priesthood, kings, and all of that.
come, come.
And I got something too. That reminds me of First Corinthians 11:3, because like if you think about it, it's talking about Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. We can't be Yahweh Shai, obviously. So it's up to man after that, then
Facts.
to the wife, then to the kids. So we basically that last point of contact of authority, other than what I'm saying, our big bro, our big aunt, Yahweh Shai, and then Yahweh.
Come.
That's a great point.
I,
Until he come back, low key. I mean, that's a great point actually.
Loki,
Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out. First Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you to know. I'm sorry. I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. And um, even on a spiritual level, if you keep reading, you will notice that um the woman's job is to bring glory to her husband because I mean it says she should be in the same image as her husband, bring glory to her husband and also her God. And the same thing with us for Christ. We should walk in the image of Christ. So a wise man once told me, man, I was in the world. I was in the world, matter of fact. Um, I don't get off track, but I'm bringing back home. But he was telling me, a little crackhead. I ain't call him crackhead. I ain't gonna lie, he's a crackhead. But he was my uncle. But nigga told him some real shit. He said, never let a woman play with you and disrespect you because a man that has a good heart and that fears God is the closest thing she would see, um the closest thing she would get to actually seeing God straight up and down.
Mm,
And that's true when you think about it. Like you haven't seen Christ, but I walk as Christ walked, and I live my life after Christ. I'm the closest thing you would get until Christ's return to seeing a resemblance of that. And that's me and that's Father. We should try to be that. Because if our women is images of us, and we put the image of Christ, as Christ as the image of the Father, if everything flows like that, we cannot fail. But if one chain breaks, everyone from that point down is out of order. That's why it matters if the why it matters like we in order, but it matters even more if the women are in order because then they're gonna raise up the next generation.
uh,
That's why it's very important that we get in order, but also we get our women in order. And of course, you got wicked either that want that like don't want to get in order, but we gotta try our best to get them in order for sure. But I'm gonna get this precept real quick, like unless y'all got something else that y'all want to bring out.
I'm low key waiting for the right moment, but I mean,
Yeah,
I do got two precepts. I don't know if you got them or not.
come, do you think? Come. Well, I'm gonna bring this out real quick, and I'm gonna keep going. Then we gonna if it flow, then yeah, come, we'll get it. If
Yeah,
not,
for
we'll
sure.
definitely get
It's gonna pop. I'm telling you, I know for a fact it's gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up.
it. So, this book is
What you reading on?
Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10 should be on the screen. Should be, but I
Okay,
don't know how
con.
you
I got you. I
come,
got you. You said verse 10, right?
come.
All right. This is Second Esdras,
Let me see.
chapter
7 7 through 11.
con. Second Esdras, chapter 11, verse. I'm sorry, chapter 7, verse 11. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed now that is done. I'm sorry.
Come,
That then was decreed that now is done.
come. So the world was made for our sake, for us to rule this world with, of course, Christ. So with us knowing that, that should all give us a sense of pride and a sense of self worth. Like, man, we're only here to actually teach us a lesson. That's all we're here for. Teach us a lesson. This place does not dictate our character at all. It's just here to teach us a lesson and to punish us. That's it. The women problem that we have, the society problem that we have, all this is doing teaching us a lesson for one, how to how it feels when we're at the bottom. Because if you're gonna rule the world, you gotta know how it feels to be the middleman, the bottom man, and the top man. Because if you don't know how it feels to be all three, you can't make righteous judgment. Simple and plain. But for two, it's here to teach us was and for two, we're here for our punishment because of course we transgress God's laws. Simple and plain. But so don't ever let this society try to dictate what kind of man you are based on your economic stature or your popularity. None of that matters. I'm gonna tell you, only thing that matters is what God says you are. And God says the Most High said you are a king and a God on this earth. Simple and plain. Anything
Con.
else other than that is plain disrespect. You're not a nigga. You're not a boy. You definitely not a you're not a bitch, Lord willing. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like you none of those names and none of those titles that they try to put on us. Like that shit. They do that to make us feel like that because they know if we ever imagine ourselves as kings and as a God that we are, they're offended. That's why the Bible says, "As a man thinketh, so is he." Because however you think you are in your mind, that's how you're gonna act, and that's how you're gonna move around the earth. So therefore, you're manifesting that idea. That's why Christ said, "The kingdom of heaven is guess what within us." Once we really decide that this is our earth to rule and start moving like that and start getting our people around us in order like that, then that's when the kingdom of heaven is gonna be manifested. But the long as they got us thinking that we're boys and we're gamers and we're thugs, we're gonna continue to be in this lower state.
Con. That, that just makes me think about something that I just went through right now with my daughter because we had went to the store and she's been messing with these blind bags. It's like a new type of toy where they have like a random like you don't know what's inside, but they're just kind of like trying to adapt to the kids because they know the kids gonna see a show that they like and then they're gonna try to they want the toy, but they don't know what the toy is. They don't really care. They just see something they like. And I was telling my daughter, like, what you about to do with that? Like, what are you gonna even do with that? Like, you finna open it, get the wrong toy, or maybe even get the right toy, and then you just finna be happy, and then you just finna toss it in the corner, and you just finna leave it there. You ain't even finna play with it. You ain't finna use your imagination and like make a story with it, make them fight or nothing like that. You just finna like clip it on your backpack, if that. You know what I'm saying? Like and it just makes me think of like how they trying to because I told her the same thing. I was like, they don't want us to be smart. They do that to appease y'all kids, like
Exactly.
the children. It's they don't want us to be smart, much less Israelite kids. They don't want us to because if we're not smart, we're easier to control. We're
Exactly.
the sheep. We're like sheep, and that's what and that even goes into like the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
Solid. And then look, told you it's gonna come around to this point. Deuteronomy 11:18. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in
So
your
that's
soul,
Shalakin.
and
What's
bind
it?
them.
Deuteronomy 11 and 18. Shalakin.
Yeah, kind of 18 to
Huh.
20.
I got it. So I'm here. I didn't want to share on my screen.
No, you good. 11 and 18. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, speaking of them, when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house and upon thy gates. And this is basically just kind of, I kind of just my bad. It's just my bad. This is kind of to go with like what Brandon is saying. Like he doing a good thing as far as like teaching his daughter, because it literally says, "And you shall teach them to your children," because we all understand as men we're leaders.
Um,
A lot of women, I notice a lot of women don't like it, but everybody gonna look up to the father, whether you like it. I'm sorry, but we really like that.
fact,
Sorry to
fact,
bust your bubble. Really, whether you're a daughter
fact.
or a son, you're gonna look up to the father regardless.
Uh, and that's your job. Um, the book I showed y'all in the chat, the yellow book and that green book. I want to say in the black man got the yellow book on like how to understand the black woman. It I ain't gonna say it like I'm not gonna say it disrespect the black woman, but it does kind of point out the flaws in her understanding as far as like money being the dictate of the value of a man. Cause she made a good point. She said in the book she was basically saying like the value of a man comes to what he can teach the kid, and that's why a man cannot be home all the time, because if a man not out in the world seeing what's going on and building up experience in a relationship, he cannot come home and get the child prepared for the world if he never outside in the world. That's why a man will never be home 24/7, because he has to go out in the world and gather information from the environment that's around him, because the environment is steady changing. So if he's in the house for God knows how long and he's not outside interacting with the world, how can he equip his kids to be equipped for the world to come that they got to live in? He can't. And that's where your value come in at being able to pass down wisdom to your kids. And that's
That
all.
makes me think about them Slovakia. That makes me think about the stay-at-home dads and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like
both is weak.
it's doable, but you gotta have experience before you even get there. Like
Yeah.
if I was a stay-at-home dad, I probably could pass. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High for the experiences that I've had. I've dealt with a lot of stuff in the world. Not proud of it, but it was the Most High's plan. But most of these people who do that, they squares, bro. They ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They ain't
right.
on none of that. They ain't on none of that shit. So
Right. 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 And that's just how it is, bro. That's just how it is, bro. And like you should, as a man, like you should want to go out there, go out and see what's going on in the world, like see and like mingle with different brothers. Just build a community, because you don't even know. Like me building with Germ and Balthazar and Zebulon, like if my daughter go out and she getting some mess, Lord forbid, and Zebulon or Kadar or Balthazar see, they're able to look out for her because they know me. But if you don't know nobody, you're not making connection. And how can you even make sure your kid is straight whenever they go out into the world? Because you like, I don't care. No one says like you cannot watch your child every step and every move. Impossible.
mm-mm.
So that's why you got to have people around you that you trust and able to look out for your kid whenever you're not there. Because I may not know no one in East Texas, but bosses I do. So if my little girl get locked up in East Texas, I know I can call bosses. He probably can relay a message to someone else that can get her out of jail or whatever the case may be. You know.
Come.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
not
That's
even to like go so like not even to go off on a tangent, but like if it wasn't for us like getting out there, I wouldn't even know the truth. I wouldn't even
exactly,
know the truth if it wasn't for me being out there.
exactly, exactly. And that's why the next precept that I'm bringing out is so powerful, because it all starts with knowledge. Someone has to be the one that breaks those curses, and because we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So the person that gained that knowledge, is able to pass down to his people and his kids. you're able to save not only your house and your friends, your family. You're able to save, Lord willing, multiple houses and multiple families, which make up a whole community slash nation. Um,
You
I'm gonna
talking
get
about in Hosea or is it Amos?
I'm gonna get Deuteronomy chapter 30. I'm gonna cause like at the end of the day, like is you have to make sure the knowledge you gain pass down to your kids because these laws, statutes, and commandments is our wisdom, our knowledge, and our understanding. And
Oh
once we
yeah.
keep those, we're able to come back to the rightful rulership on this earth. But until then, we're gonna stay here in America and be slaves. Um, Gentlemen, you mind reading from the King? I'm gonna read
Of course,
30
all
verse
praises.
1. And I'm gonna probably read verse 1 through 3. Um, yeah, probably just 1 through 3. Lord willing.
I got you. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
And that goes into that knowledge. Like once you gain the knowledge of the curses that the mother God said you're gonna be under, you call them to mind, and also the blessing of the ones that you're gonna get if you do the commandments. Then that's when things start to happen because now you have that knowledge and now you know what steps to take in order to get on the blessing side of the Most High God.
Verse 2. And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
You see that it say thou and thy children, all thy heart and all thy soul. That's why it goes into what Kadar and Zebulon was saying. It's very important that we teach our kids, because it's no good of having all this knowledge and all this wisdom. We go to the grave with it. Or matter of fact, we teach strangers more than we teach our own family. How does they even look? You know all the breakdowns, but then your wife and your kids don't know nothing. They can even break down John 3:16. They can even break down who the Israelites are. But you got all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You can break down Revelation, the whole book, Isaiah, the whole book. But your kids and your wife don't even know 10 Commandments. That's off, because that at that point you prioritize the wrong thing. Because like I always tell uh, my ribs, like it makes no sense to go out and try to save another household if our household is not even right. It makes
Damn,
no
that's
like
yeah, that's deep. That's deep.
exactly like it makes no sense me trying to be a leader in a camp if I'm not even got my household in order. 'Cause how can I keep niggas in order if I can't keep 2 women in order and a child? It don't make sense. So that's why it's very important that you you teach your kids because at the end of the day, that's your legacy, for one, and then that's gonna transpire to your grandkids and your great grands, and then you're able to go once you feel confident about it. Then you go teach the nation, but you have to set the foundation at home first because I be damned. I go out and teach the nation, and I ain't taught my household nothing, and I'm worried about how my household gonna function after I'm gone because they only know 10 laws. But I just get nigga don't
Unlike
do it. That's
That's
crazy.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
on a
that's
carnal level, that's like trying to take care of somebody else's family, and your family ain't taken care of.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm paying Cador rent shit. Shit. Look, I'm finna get evicted. How the hell that look? I love y'all, but shit, you got to move in.
Yeah,
I
we figured it out. I'll
yeah,
sleep in the garage for a few weeks.
come on, definitely. But hey, it just don't make sense. Don't make sense
But
at all.
that's low key a great point. See, and that's why I'm also gonna do what I'm doing because I feel like that is really important for this these just side point for these next saying videos that I'm gonna do for Mondays. I feel like that's very important. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like commandments over breakdown. That's really what I feel like. But I was gonna get a precept going into it was like 30 and 1, which I have said before the and that shall call them to mind among the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee. I was gonna go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 28, because it's low key saying the same thing.
I come to Luke chapter 4 verse 28.
I mean, we
I'm
can
a,
really do 27, but really
uh,
27 through 29.
I
But
got you.
it says, "Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God, for you shall be remembered of Him that brought these things upon you." For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned seeking 10 times harder. So that's really going into when it say Deuteronomy 30, thou shalt call them to mind. This is that our mind was to forget
And
His word. Now it's time.
okay.
What's up?
No, you
What's
had cut
up,
out for yeah, you cut
You
out
get
for
cut
a
off for
second.
a second.
Can you hear me?
You're good now.
Can you
Okay,
good?
kind. Yeah. But when it say for your mind is going astray in Deuteronomy 30, it says thou shalt call them to mind. us us calling these things to mind, we should be returning and seeking Him 10 times more, knowing that we can really never do enough, especially starting with the man. You know what
Con,
I'm saying?
con, con for sure. Like we set the tempo, like we set the tone. Like like whatever we do, they naturally gonna follow for sure. You know, if you know, it may be resistance at first, but we keep going, we keep doing the events that like they gonna get in line. They ain't, like don't have no choice. Cause who else they gonna go to? Who else really can a black woman go to besides the black man?
Uh,
They go to Esau, but Esau don't for one don't understand them. Don't love them like we love them because they really still look at them
They suck.
as nigga
Fuck it.
women. You know, they may love and so called love them, and just buy them shit. But as far as like having that deep spiritual love for Eve, they don't have it because they can't even relate to them enough to even connect to them on that level. Like yeah, they may
um,
love them carnally, we all know what men do whenever they lay down, and they may be about things, of course. But for like having that spiritual love for them, Eve will never get that fulfillment. If she's not with a so-called Israelite man, she won't get it. Simple and plain. So
that's like an empty love, low key, because
yeah, exactly.
even Eve be going off like they could have a Edomite husband or whatever, but they'll still be going off on the side type shit,
For
like
sure.
because like it's like you said, like they really don't got no sustenance. That like they're like the same ones, like they're them lame ass niggas that I was just talking about. That stay at home dads, like
Well,
they
no,
don't got
Zell.
no, they don't got shit to go for them. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you might be able to provide money, but at the end of the day, the Eve gonna still want to go out and do her own little thing, go out to these little parts, go out to do this. Like at some point or another, like I got a point that I kind of want to make with something else, but I don't even want to tie it in here because that has nothing to do with me. I don't even try to be no talebearer or nothing like that.
Come on, come
No,
on. No,
that's
don't be
good.
name
That's good.
dropping
That's
out.
good, bro.
Don't
That
name
man
drop
talk. That
out.
man popping his shit. That man popping his shit. That
I
nigga
got,
funny.
I ain't gonna care. That's one thing that get under my skin that drives me for sure. Eve that go to the other nation, bro. I be want a boy. I ain't
What's the
gonna.
lucky?
I'd be so disappointed in her, bro. But I get it. I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. At the end of the day, we ride together, we die together. We're a
Bro, but
team for life,
that's what I'm trying to
regardless.
say, bro. That's that. It's still part of a generational curse. Because who did it start? Who did it stem from? Like wanting to do stuff like that. It stemmed from our elders, like the
Yeah,
elder women. And then
yeah,
they, you know what I'm saying? Then the young kids, they or the young women, they hear the elders like, oh, I'm gonna go get him, using money, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go get me like a suit, and it just goes from there.
yeah. And not even like that's what I brought that point. About like our they got our women so fooled that value comes from money when it really don't. But which I'm not giving brothers license to be broke. I'm damn sure not giving that because at the end of the day, the Most High God commanded us to be men and to be entrepreneurs and to have things like you look like you reading like in our wisdom and Proverbs, Sirach, and like even in our law, Ecclesiastes tell you to invest money. So I'm not saying brothers need to be broke, I'm saying is don't let that dictate how you respect and honor a man because the money don't define a man. The man defines a man. So if he's a good man, he's a good man whether he got money or not. If he is, look,
Uh,
if he ain't shit with money, he ain't gonna be shit without money. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
That's what I gotta realize because like the right woman can take a man of low status, which is her job, to kind of because a lot of times brothers so with like being like insecure for real. Like niggas grow up in households where they always told that they ain't shit. They want shit to go outside. They feel like they want shit. So sometimes take that one good woman to kind of get you back on your feet and make you feel like you are somebody. And then after that, nigga just explode. So I definitely agree. Like we gotta stop associating niggas whether they're good men not based on their status as far as social and also money wise. At the end of the day, that don't mean nothing. You just an ain't shit nigga. You know, you just
Uh,
like Like some of the purest souls be the ones that ain't got no money. Straight up, you know. And I already had that around me any day. I already had three niggas that shit. We all had to sell goddamn $5 pizza got from Little Caesars. Then have a nigga that's goddamn got it all, but then nigga talking to me crazy like and this from my women like what, bro? No, we're not doing it. So straight up and
And that's
down.
that's what that's what if you look at it like in our culture and social media, and that's really what stuff like that got our man doing, trying to flash and flex money. But it's like, bro,
Yeah,
you ain't got nothing going for yourself, really. You just got money. You ain't even got no character behind it, bro. That's all
yeah,
you got.
and it's sad because at the end of the day, like I gotta get this precept now. I gotta get it. I just brought out last week. No, I'm just gonna quote it because a man really longs to have a woman. Like as much as we feel like we them guys and we don't need a woman, but niggas really don't feel complete without a woman. So if you know this what the woman wants, you're gonna try to entice her to come with you so you can feel complete. And what she wants is security, and protection. And she feel, and the society feel like how you get that is our money. So
Con,
it's kind of like we both trying to play a game that's not even our game. You
uh,
know, and that's why I feel like we get set up at like we try to play this game where it's like, okay, he got the bag, he can provide for me, he good. Niggas ain't really ain't got the bag, acting like they got the bag, flex for the woman, and they get back home and smash, and then the woman find out he ain't got nothing. Now she's disappointed, she mad, you know. Or
and
if he do,
that's
he
all
has no
Esau.
morals. He has no morals. So if he do got the bag and he got it wickedly, he have no morals. So now the whole thing she was going to him for was protection and security. She don't even have protection, no security, because at the end of the day, the feds can do a sweep.
not even just the feds. You don't know how you got the money. You already know we be fighting against ourselves. So it's like,
Yeah, so it's like it's so much going to that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really commend any brother out here that's grinding on his grind. Like if brother got a business and he's trying to make it out, and if he's successful, bro, like I tip my hat out to him because I know how hard it is to go through Esau world and build something successful and be able to stand on your own 2 feet without having Esau hand in the pot and in the mix.
That's what I'm saying. That's all Esau, because he makes it to the point where we feel like we gotta be a drug dealer, or we gotta
Yeah,
be a rapper,
exactly.
or we gotta do this just to be able to get good enough to provide. And that goes into what you're talking about, how we supposed to provide. And if we can't provide, then we feel like less of a man. And that
Yeah.
goes into what we was talking about last week when we were saying that like, oh, the woman can get the welfare check and the whoopty whoop whenever the man ain't there, and the man ain't gonna be there because first of all, he dealing with whoopty whoop, will it be legal system or can't get a job or this and that, and then even if he does revert to like selling dope or whoopty whoop, like that's already gonna compromise his spirit. You know what I'm saying? In some shape or form because he not following the commandments. So at some
Exactly.
point, like it's all jambled and it's a big jambalaya of Esau's bullshit. But at the end of the day, we getting punished and it's part of the curses. So it's just like
Mhm.
being able to see this truth and know this, like it's a big blessing, and like yeah, it's like a blessing and a curse. It's bittersweet, but it's the first step. And that's what we was just talking about earlier, the first step to, you know what I'm saying, to like being abstinent to certain lusts and certain this, like that first step is the hardest, but once you do it, it gets a little bit easier. And yeah, you're gonna have your struggles, but Lord willing, you know he'll be right there with you, and you're gonna be able to persevere. And you know, yeah,
Con, I ain't gonna care. That's so on point. And like, I feel like they set this up to be like this for real because, like, even to like how we do shit today, like even down to like the shit that we buy as like adults. As growing up, we wasn't able to have nice things. So now we get older, we are very consumer consumer heavy. Like we don't ain't like nigga get a bag. The first thing he buying is nice clothes, nice shoes, nice car. You know why? Because 9 out of 10, his mom didn't have a nice whip. He drove to school with a beat up motherfucking car. He didn't have the right drip. He got picked on. He didn't have the right kick, so his ass got clowned on. Like, so we trying to fill that void because we grew up with like such a lack that now we trying to make up for that in our adulthood, but it don't hit the same. That's why they call they got some called the initial buy high. Like once you buy something, like John, I know you kind of contested, and I know Boss and I know Zelma, you can too. Well, you buy something, you see something at the store, and you buy it. You be so excited to have it, and you get home, you open it up, you made some shoes, so you try it on, you walk around in it. Just so 2 months later, you haven't even wore the bitch, or you wore it a couple times, now it's like just a pair of shoes. But the whole time
Bro.
you trying to fill that void of lack that you had growing up that can't be filled with material things. It can only be filled with
Ah,
really true love and wisdom. Truth be told, it can't be filled in knowledge. It can't be filled with material things. And Esau did that shit intentionally. So like he kind of made it to where we don't have the money, we don't have the material things that we want to provide for our family. So now guess what? Growing up seeing our parents and having now we growing up and we seeing we ain't got it. Now we have even more of a desire to get it by any means. But like
Shalakia, bro. That just goes
look,
into what I was just saying earlier about my daughter with the blind bag. Now they're taking the shortcut and they're avoiding you not even having it. They're making you feel like you don't got it by the time you even get in the store. That's what I'm
that's
saying with my
that's
daughter with the
crazy. Yeah,
blind bag. Like I explained it to her and I felt bad because she felt sad about it. But I'm
yeah.
like really just trying to put her on game. But the
Come
thing is, like, she don't understand that because she a kid, and I had
on.
to understand it after I said it, and I seen her reaction, I seen this, and I seen that, because I wasn't in no like, oh, I'm trying to put you down, nothing like that. Like, I'm trying to teach my daughter, you know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
but then, and then after, like, I kind of understood, and like going into this ultimate spirit, bro. Like, you just saying all that right now, just kind of like connected some pieces for me right there too, bro. Like, it's a lot.
Crazy. Crazy, bro. And that's why it's so important. Like, matter of fact, I gotta get this preset. Man, through the spirit, like, I thought shit, the preset gonna be out of place, but Sirach 30 and verse 3. I'm gonna read all the way down to verse 4. He that teaches his son giveth the enemy, and before his friend he shall rejoice of him. Through though it's like though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. And also verse 6, he left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. So once you pass down that knowledge and understanding to your child, the enemy hates it because you know why? Like Zebulon said, if you don't have knowledge and understanding, they can manipulate you and how you do stuff that you don't know it's not good for you, but they know it's not good for you. And that's why once you teach them that, you are now being someone that's able to avenge against your enemy because now that's where they can't play those same tactics on you, but also your kids know who the enemy are. That's why it's very important that we go and teach our kids we are the Israelites, and those that are not Israelites are our enemies according to the Bible. Because we came out in the world thinking we all buddy because our woman, because our mom and our I don't say my dad. My dad told me straight up, but my mom tried to make it seem like, oh, just move cautious around these people, but at the same time, treat them treat them like treat them like family or class friends because at the end of the day, you need them and then they can help you out. The whole time she was setting me up for fair because the whole time these niggas did want to look at man, want to like their whole motive was to fuck me over. But that's why it's very important to teach our kids because you can't go out here expecting to fight if you going out there expecting to be friends. On their side, they know it's war, but you think it's a motherfucking Christmas party. You fucking fried, and that's why it's very important that we teach our kids, man. That we got to hark on that. We gotta teach our family and our kids because if we don't, it's gonna be the same shit over and over and over again.
I low key. This lesson is kind of going into like keeping our household in your own household in order, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
Real life. Like that's one of the keys of becoming a good man for real. Like that's like the biggest challenge within like us as men because it's like we're kind of start from scratch because like we know 9 out of 10 like we didn't have no good role model to show us how to deal with certain things, like how to deal with women that was unruly or deal with women that's very emotional or just how to be leaders in general. Like we never was taught that and we never seen that. So now we're trying to be the nation to act, what try to be generation to actually change that narrative. And that's why you got so many podcasts that's trying to help men out. You know, like we got a red pill, blue pill, which I feel like is not the answer. You got alpha male and versus the female. Like that's not the answer because at the end of the day, we all need each other. You know, like I
That
always,
that makes me think of like the Republican and Democrat low key. It's like they control both sides of that battle. You know what I'm saying? It almost
yeah,
is the same thing with like being woke because motherfuckers be too woke and they be missing the point. The other
exactly,
motherfuckers be too simple and they ain't even worried about it. So it's just
yeah,
like where the
exactly,
fuck do we fit in? And then
exactly.
Salakia, bro. This just kind of brings me to I was going through some scripts and First John 3:18. Dear children, this is NLT. Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. Our actions will show that we belong to the truth, so we will be confident when we stand before God. Verse
Um,
20. Even if we feel guilty, God is greater than our feelings, and He knows everything. Low
um,
key on the KJV, it went a little bit harder because what I got it down here, it says, "My little children, let us not love in word."
My bad. Is my mic tripping? Cause I got my headphones on, bro, and it'll be
no, I
tripping.
think Zebulon cut out for 1 second. 1 second. I think he cut out for 1 second. I think he cut out for 1 second. But Zebulon, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. It's a lot.
Come.
I was trying to expound on that. He said something, then it just cut out. But my headphones be tripping, bro.
No, you good. No, Kadar, yeah, you for sure good. But yeah,
My
well,
bad.
so
So what was that precept you brought? It was because I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like the NLT says it perfect. Whatever
yeah,
you
so
just
Okay,
that's
said.
recording
con.
that TV
See,
before.
I thought I was tripping right there. Okay, this is First John, chapter 3 and verse 18. Dear children, let's not merely say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions.
Keep
Verse
on.
19. Our actions will show that we belong to the truth, so we will be confident when we stand before God. Verse 20. Even if we feel guilty, God is greater than our feelings, and He knows everything.
Come on, come on, Kadar,
Like,
you got a
uh,
point.
just to yeah, go ahead, Kadar.
No, you go ahead,
Look,
go ahead, Zebulon,
okay,
because I
okay,
got,
calm,
I
calm,
got a
calm.
mighty point. I got a mighty
Cause
point.
look, bro, that goes to like I was feeling bad for telling my daughter the truth because she wasn't like maybe accepting it the right way or like fully understanding it at that moment. She's looking at me sad and shit like that. Like it's really not about her feelings. Like if I didn't give a fuck, like I would just try to appease her. But the thing is, I'm not trying to appease her. Like if I have to be the bad guy a little bit, whatever, because I know at the end of the day, it's gonna be for the greater good, for her,
Um,
for the nation, for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not
um,
about let me make you feel good. It's about what's the motherfucking truth.
come on, because at the end of the day, your whole job, like it says in verse 19, is to stand before God and God say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." I know I talk a lot of crap. I know I do, but I would be lying my ass off if I say I would stand before the Most High God, knowing that I did everything to get me saved, and my family didn't make it because I did everything to get them saved. I would feel like an ain't shit nigga, straight up and down. I may just be like, man, look, I ain't gonna care. I'm gonna have to take one for the team. You know, I may just crash out because at the end of the day, like you love them just like you love yourself. You, well, at least you should. So you should want them to be prepared and be able to be saved the same way you're trying to get yourself to be saved. And if you're not doing that, then I don't know if you even fit to be a father or either a man of Israel. For real, just a waste of a motherfucking body. Because that's our whole goal is go ahead and save our nations and to save our people. So we don't really care how y'all feel at times, as long as we know that the message is true and it's sincere. That's all we care about. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be saved. Like nigga, like if I see you finna get hit by a car, or like if I see you finna scam you or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna yell at you, be stern, get in your ass. But later on, I may come back and be like, "Hey, this is why I was so passionate about it, straight because I've been out here before, and I want you to do the same dumb shit that I did. You know, or I want you to die, pretty much."
It's alright. Really, 37 and 8 in the CEV DCI really tough. Because it's a if you and this is like we all know how it is when you spoil your child and they don't get what they want, they get to screaming at you. So it's like, if you spoil your children, you will have to put bandages on the wounds they will get, and you will shake with fear every time you hear shouting. That's why you must correct them, so they will not be stubborn as unbroken horses. Discipline is needed, bro. Sometimes it may be hard as parents, but I low key feel like we got the blueprint as like upcoming parents and stuff because we know what not to do as far as what our parents did. Like we more sensible to know like I'm not gonna do what my father did to me because that wasn't right.
Come. And also like we have wisdom. Like I can truly say like if niggas really well I ain't calling it, but if brothers really wanted to learn and really want to learn how to lead their kids, you get into Sirach for sure, Proverbs and the law. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling it ain't nothing that you gonna face that you won't have to answer for. That's why like whenever Solomon says in Proverbs chapter 1 verse 3, it says, if you seek wisdom and instruction, you will have equity, you have wisdom and something else. You have something else. But basically, like, if you seek those two things, the instruction of God, which is the law, and the wisdom of God, which he gave to Solomon, Sirach, and a couple other brothers throughout our book, you will have all the answers to succeed in life. I'm telling you. It ain't nothing. It ain't. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like you can go through that's not in Sirach for sure. And they said Solomon was wiser than Sirach. So now you do the math on that.
That's crazy.
So now you do the math on that. Like Sirach teach you how to raise your kids. He teach you how to deal with conflict. He teach you how to make money. He teach you how to deal with the poor. He teach you about how to deal with tribulation. He teach you all that. So like we really got a blueprint right in front of us. We just got to use it. That's why I say, blessed is he that read it.
Yeah, I was about to get that earlier too. Yeah, it came back around too.
All praise to the Most High, man. That's why, like, in a day, like, that's why it's very important that, above all things, what did I always say? Man, what did Solomon say?
Above all things, seek.
Wisdom is a principal thing, but above all things, get understanding.
Yeah, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, that is the key. That's really the key. If you can understand something, you can teach it and you also can apply it. You can know something, but not know how to apply it and teach it. So therefore, that's just wisdom that you just kind of know. You just know that's what it's saying. That's like a wise word. And, that's how you're supposed to know. But when you understand why he tells you to do what you do and you're able to pass it down to your kids, man, come on, brother. You can't lose. You can't lose. That's why it's very important that brothers really stay in the word and stay in the spirit because that's really how you're gonna stay afloat, really. That's why I say like knowledge should be the stability of your time, straight up. Like
let me get that Proverbs 1 and 2 through 4 for you real quick in the CEV. It says Proverbs will teach you wisdom and self-control and how to understand. And how to understand things with deep meanings. You will learn what is right and honest and fair. From these, an ordinary person can learn to be smart, and young people can gain knowledge and good sense.
Gone.
I said young people can gain knowledge.
I'm telling you, like they're not even trying to toot my own horn, like because but every day I go to work, like niggas say they were that wise young man, like. When I tell them straight, like I'm just average, compared to guys I hang around for sure. But it just go to show, like the light that you have whenever you start keeping the laws of God, like it shows, like whether you know it or not, like it shows. So brothers may feel like they don't know much, or they feel like they don't got all the breakdown. But you keeping the laws of God, nigga, you got wisdom and understanding. So you understand if I don't do this, I'm fried. If I don't see my family do this, they fried. So therefore, I better learn what to do and what not to do, so we can all be safe. You got that much understanding, brother. You'll hit a majority of Israelites for sure.
Bro, so this is cold because what you just said, bro. This is why Deuteronomy 4 and 6, bro. It's cold because they don't say breakdowns. Breakdowns is gonna make you a wise and understanding nation, bro. No. It says keeping these commandments, bro.
Right.
And then it's gonna say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Exactly.
Before you even, like me personally, as a father or as like any kind of role model, bro. Before teaching people breakdowns, bro. That's why Hebrews say what it say. Before you Just paraphrasing, a strong meat, you need the milk. Like, stop trying to throw breakdowns at everybody. Because if you throw your children a Daniel 9 breakdown, Cud ain't even got Zeets on, he walking outside. What's the point? What's the point? Cud know about the 4 beasts and all that, and the dragon, the 7 horn. I mean, and all that. But bro out there eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster.
It's insane.
Yeah, bro, you done so.
Hey, that brings me to I got this right here in front of me, Matthew 15:8. I don't know what translation this is. I'm pretty sure it's KJV, but it says, "This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips." Let's say they saying the breakdown proper. They saying everything right. They're telling you what you didn't know in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But their heart is far from me. If they ain't following the commandments, what the fuck that mean? They ain't even. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not close to the Most High. They're not there. So I'm sorry that goes more into what I was trying to say with my daughter, but it also goes with what you're trying to say because like breakdowns it really don't matter if your heart is far from the Lord.
No, I felt that's a great point too. That's a great point too. Me personally, I feel that's a great point. But I just wanted to bring that out and harp on what you said earlier, because not bashing people who know breakdowns, but it's just more so of a nigga. We gotta really keep these commandments, bro.
And that's why, bro, I be loving my daughter so much, bro, because she she receives everything that I tell her, and it goes down from that order that we were just talking about, from Yahweh to Yahweh Shah to the man, woman to the I'm sorry, from the man to the wife to the child. Like she receives it, and like I don't want to make her feel bad and shit like that, but like I kind of have to like do a little bit of a doctoring because I don't got that rib to pass it down from me to
Yeah,
her, So
yeah.
I got a little bit of a handicap right there, but I do it the same way, the rib, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna try, even if it is a little bit or aggressive or this and that, because I don't want to be. I'd rather try and fail than not try and not succeed at all.
Facts, facts. Every trip, bro.
Hey,
Every
what's
trip.
that precept that say something about spoil it, something about the rod and the child,
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Proverbs for sure. Better rules
Yeah,
for.
bro.
Yeah, I want to say Proverbs 16. I want to say 16 and 6, but I don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But I want to say that for sure. If I had to guess, that's what I would say. But
I think it's 13.
13 is locked. 13 and 6.
Nah, probably 13 and like probably in the middle of the chapter, maybe
Um,
towards the end.
um,
If I'm not mistaken, that's just going into once again, bro. Like discipline needed.
yeah, fact. It's needed for
I
sure.
mean, how you think we ended up in our position, bro? It's discipline, bro.
y'all,
Like
y'all just wicked. Y'all got me here.
what?
I'm
Bro,
playing,
you was
man.
dancing around the calf, cuz.
Y'all got me here, man, because y'all wicked. Y'all
I know
so,
you and Kanye go dance around that calf, bro. Y'all young boy fans, y'all couldn't wait.
man, say probably gold or something. Wasn't no cab for sure. No, I'm trolling, bro. Snake or something. No, I'm trolling.
You ain't trolling that.
You find it? Uh,
I don't think it's in 13 or something overlooked. Yep, found it. He right. That's funny.
man, look,
Thirteen
don't play with
24.
Bob's eye. Look, nah, don't play with my boy now.
1324. I'm not, bro. Look, that's why I come to y'all for answers, bro, because I don't know a lot. But he on
I don't
point.
say that.
1324.
Well, I just told you about being confident, man. I told you now. 13:24. He that spared his rod hated his son, but he that loved him chastised him. B time. Come on, man. The low key hate you because like you just let him do all the shit. Just lead himself to hell, literally to the grave. That's what I mean by hell, to the grave. You just lead him, just let your son lead himself to the grave. That's not love. That's not love. That's why I always say, like, if a brother, even like your family and like your friend, like, if you just let me do anything, you don't love me for real. Because ain't no way in the world I'm gonna let my partner do some shit that I know that's gonna harm him in front of me, and I'm not gonna say nothing. Now I may correct you in spirit of meekness the first time, but the second time you for sure gonna know I'm mad as hell, straight up and down. Same thing. Same thing.
BTA.
Hey,
Hey,
I may say it cool the first time, the second time, and the third time. Oh, you gonna know I'm mad as fuck. So
hey,
I'm telling you
it's a
shit for the good.
lot.
I'm not telling you shit just like just to talk. I'm telling you shit because this I'm commanded to protect you and lead you. So if I'm telling you something, it's for your good. I'm not just talking just to have myself fucking talk. If I don't do that shit, I can just shit talk to Chat GPT or fucking Siri all day if I wanted to. I'm not
Um,
talking to talk.
and Kyle, it's a lot. This go exactly with 13 and 24. This back in RX 30 and 12 in the CEV DCI. It's the saying BTA, bro. It says break their stubbornness by whipping them while they are young, or else they will disobey you and bring you deep sorrow. Beat them.
Uh, all praise,
Not beat
bro.
them, but bro, discipline is needed, my boy.
For sure.
That's so true, bro. Because we
Grace
don't
too.
we
You
we
talking about
we
this
trying
one? I
to
don't need.
spare the rod. We trying to spare the rod on everybody, not just our kids, but on ourselves. If
Fact
you
for
trying to
sure.
spare the rod on ourselves, how the
For
fuck you
sure.
gonna apply the rod on your kids?
Exactly.
It might
Exactly.
hurt. It might be a little bit rough sometimes, bro. But you gotta do what the fuck you gotta do for
Exactly.
like it's like it's a bittersweet type of thing. Like it's a
Yeah.
blessing and a curse. Like me and Yakamai done said this a couple times over the weekend. Like it's a blessing and a curse. Like, and that's what Deuteronomy is all about: blessings and curses. But which one are you gonna choose? Which one are what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like we know what causes the blessings now that we in the truth, all praises, and we know what causes the curses. So what are we gonna choose to do?
That's
And
why I
the
Exactly.
say,
same thing has to be passed down to our children. And if we don't uphold that standard within our brethren, within our organization, our camps, not just our camp, but all camps,
The
all
fact.
Yasharala, then what the fuck is gonna happen? We finna be in a state, a perpetual state of fucking limbo. We finna be at
Yeah.
the hands of Esau all forever
I
until
know it.
he decides. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's the Most
It's
High's plan,
never
regardless. But
they
like,
come. It's
we
his
have
choice.
to
He ain't
hold
never
that
letting our
shit in
black
our
ass
hands.
go.
I mean, there's a
We
precept
hold
last,
that
if I'm
shit
not
in our
mistaken.
hands. The kingdom of heaven is within us, and if
Uh,
we don't wake up and fucking handle our business, we're gonna stay here.
Matter of fact, I gotta get that preset now. I didn't want to bring it out earlier, but we moving so fast with the spirit. But the spirit is gonna do what it's gonna do anyway. You know. But in Luke chapter 17, I'm gonna start at verse 20. I'm gonna start at verse 21, number to 22. Neither shall they say, Lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And he said unto the disciples, the day will come when you shall desire. What a hey, where is it? No, it's like verse 20, it's like and when he had when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation. It don't come with just standing around just looking. You know, you have to put your hand to the plow. You have to go out there and put that work in. Just like Zebulon was saying, like niggas like to sit on their hands and make excuses for their kids, for themselves, and for their brethren because they too scared to say something. No, if a brother or sister or a son or daughter doing some shit that like you know is detrimental to our nation and our people, you're commanded to say something. Because if not, you just continue to keep the curses on a cycle.
And that's why James said what he say, bro. Faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
He said, faith without works is dead, which is true. Like like I always say, and if a nigga say I wish, it's because he's not trying to put that work in to do it. Yeah, nigga, I wish I could be rich. Yeah, nigga, you could be rich. You could go hop outside. When they say,
Hop
yeah,
off the porch.
like shit, I wish I could go hit the lottery. Nigga, why you don't never play the lottery then?
Hey,
Facts.
on
Hey,
on a real quick note,
Straight up. Like niggas say, I
I
wish I could
got
go play college basketball, but you don't see nigga training like Balthazar. Balthazar said, want to
hey
play college basketball. What he did, he got his ass up and went and go play college basketball. Like, you got to put that work in. You just can't wake up and like, yeah, I wish I could play college ball. It take a certain level of discipline and motherfucking grind play at that level. It's not no playboy shit. Definitely not no pro shit. This shit ain't no playboy shit.
Right,
Everybody,
but I say, shit, that's Proverbs 6. You better go. Niggas want to observe shit. You better go to the end and observe his ways and be wise.
fact. Hell yeah. The ant don't stop working. Shit, straight up, bro. But niggas, but like,
That brings me to Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and
Pre-sale.
many there be which go in thereat. Like
But
fact.
that's like, yeah,
that
like come on, hey, go ahead, Kadar, break it down,
that
cause
that goes in. That low key can go in with this. But we understand, bro. Like I said, it count, bro. Like we
Mhm.
understand it's so. And I'm gonna say it again just for the sake of it, bro. That's talking about is basically so. It's so easy to go left or right, but walking down this true, bro, it's a straight path. And that's why I feel like First Kings 2, understanding that this straight path is not many that can walk, bro. This precept really goes with that. And First Kings chapter 2, you know where I'm going.
Verse
And
1 through 3.
verse 2, yeah, 1 through 3, really starting at,
I'm
well, yeah,
sorry.
really 1 through 3. Yeah, 1 through 3, we can do that.
Uh,
Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and shoot thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God, and walk in his ways to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, that is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whatsoever thou turnest thyself. So, dang. Oh, basically, my reason of bringing that out is you understand that this straight walk is not an easy walk, bro. Pick up your britches, bro, and be a man. It ain't easy, cause it ain't easy being cheesy.
Salaki, bunny man. Salaki, bunny man. I ain't no using the back chat. Salaki, King. So,
facts. Low key, I got another one that's right behind it. Jeremiah 17:4. And
uh,
thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave you, and I will cause you to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not. If
con,
we ain't finna pay attention and do what the fuck we gotta do, man, our fate is sealed. We can't do nothing about it unless we finna do
facts.
what the Lord told us to do. Isaiah 30:10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceit. Like, bro, that's what we want people to tell us. That's what my daughter wanted me to tell her. But I can't do that to her. I'm not gonna do her wrong, bro. I'm not gonna do her dirty. I
Nah,
gotta
don't
tell
do
you the
that.
right
Like,
thing, daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
you shouldn't be
I'm not
mad
finna
later
tell
on
you
if
the
you do.
right things. I'm not finna tell you the sweet things. Baby girl, you gotta hear what the fuck God told you. Yahweh. I'm gonna sing out
Facts.
loud. And that goes to anybody. If I'm gonna do that to my daughter, best believe I'm gonna do that to you too.
I mean, I mean, but
No, I'm
hey,
playing.
no, I mean, but that's what it say though. That's what it say. He who love father, daughter, mother, anybody more than the Lord, bro. You not fit. You not fit, bro.
Uh, I'm gonna grab your bunny precept real quick. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Uh-huh.
Kind of go into what y'all was saying about the narrow path. You might, if you're able to chime in, you can. If not, I'm gonna try to break it down for you, I guess. But when I kind of get the point you're trying to make. But if you can't, just come on mute and just let me know. I don't focus on talking or not. Um,
Really, that's. I mean, like you said, that's like going into that precept. That
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, that
narrow
that
gate.
Zebulon pulled out, but it's
Yeah,
like
the
it's
narrow
really that
gate.
narrow gate because you go too far to the left, bro. You can't swim, bro. You bounce the jerk down, and
Yeah,
we all understand that you can't withstand fire, bro.
no,
So it's
yeah,
like that straight path is really the kingdom. Like that's what you should be striving for at the end of the day.
yeah.
That's that straight path. And when you wander off too far to the left, bro, you're gonna drown. You wander off too far to the right, you getting burnt up.
Con, con, and that's what it's all about. Like we all trying to get that kingdom, But it starts
And
with that.
think,
Go ahead.
yeah, Salakia, bro. Think about it, bro. If you're the male sheep of the family, and you start going to the left, your little kids, your wife, your kids are gonna go with you.
Yeah,
So
It's
you have to go down the fucking right path for your kids to follow you, for your wife to follow you, for the people that are in your circles to follow you. So if you don't do the right thing, the people around you aren't gonna do the right thing.
so like in that sense, I think Gazan brought it out last time with Jeremiah 23 about woe to the pastor. In a sense, bro, you are the pastor or the teacher of your household. So
That's why
like
you gotta make fucking extra diligence, bro.
they're the sheep. So you lead them astray. mm, I mean,
You
ultimately, you just
extra
leading
fuck.
yeah.
yeah,
The most
you're
high
leading
on
the whole
your ass.
household off the cliff.
The most high on
You
your
digging
ass.
your own grave times double
Yeah, the most
time.
high on
Because
your
think
ass.
about it.
Bro.
Yeah, because think about it. If you know what's right and wrong, and you're still leading your people wrong, like nah, you double time, triple time, fucked up.
Yeah, most high on your ass. You're not getting off like that because like niggas like I said last class like niggas
The
understand
first
like
will be last, and last will be first.
the wife that you get is literally your possession. Like the Most High gave her to be a gift unto you, and you just gonna misuse the Most High gift. Then he not gonna get up with you. You crazy as fuck. Even with the kids you have, like those are the gifts from the Most High. You think you finna misuse a child of the Most High, and he not finna get up with you? You know, nah, you got another thing smoking. So brothers gotta really examine themselves. Like, damn, like I know I'm doing this for me, but the Most High God gave me things that I have to take care of. While I'm here too, though. Then they go back to what I was saying at the beginning, like realizing like the Most High God, whether He bless you with one kid or two kids or three wives or one wife or no wives, whatever He gave you, He trusted you to take care of it and to multiply it. They're going to multiply in the town. Like he gave them to you because He feel like you was the guy for the job, and now it's on you to prove that you were the guy for the job and worthy enough to be saved. At the end of the day, that's why it's very imperative to know that we are kings and we do have the spirit and also the ability to get the job done. It just only if we want to change our mind to look at ourselves as that. But until you do, you're not gonna act as that. You can't say you're a king but not really feel like it in the inside and expect it to manifest in real life. It's not gonna happen. Just like hooping, when I know boxers, I know like if a nigga talking shit on that court and I know him like that, and if at any second the momentum shift and I see his face drop, I know for a fact nigga I just taking your soul. Now I'm on your ass. And not trying to sound wicked, I love that feeling. Like look at a nigga face and just take his soul as he was talking shit. It was the best feeling ever on the court.
Yeah,
Cause that
that's why
shit,
his name. That's why his name Devour.
that not Real, like nigga, like what? I'm on your ass. Like it's one of them things. Like nigga, like cause you wasn't him for real. Like, I don't give a damn. I'm down 12-1, nigga. I'm still gonna play like I'm like the bitch tied up. That's the
But
difference.
that's what was it Paul was it Peter basically saying like run to the bro, run to the end, bro. Don't stop running, bro.
Exactly. Anybody got some more precepts? I'm gonna bring out one more, and then I ain't got no more left in the chamber, but I know.
One, bro.
Bring it
Just
up.
going into I forget it's in James talking about if you be a teacher, bro, understand that if you lead people astray, nigga, your judgment is you know what I'm saying more harsh. Where is it? You know what I'm talking about, right?
But that James 3 or James 4? They say be not many masters, but in different translations they go into teachers.
I think
I just
so.
came into it. I
I
think it's
want to
three.
say it's
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah. It's three
3.
from the top. It's three from the top. But in the me different translations,
I
bro.
gotta get that to you. So, let me get that to
You already know me, man. Different translation gotta be.
you. Good up, good up. Y'all got you right here. I got an NLT. That's cool.
Kind it says, dear brothers and sisters, not many of you should become teachers in the church, for we who teach will be judged more strictly. Bro, you teaching your family wrong.
You fried, bro.
You cook.
Yeah, fact. And that's why it's imperative for brothers like to pray for your family and also pray for you. Get wisdom, And if I don't know something, don't be too proud to say you don't know some shit. Please don't. Like, But I ain't gonna care. Nigga ask me some shit I don't know. I don't know. You know.
Nah, especially being in the truth, bro, because most of these people who out here on videos and shit, Christians,
Yeah.
atheists, whoever, they never want to admit that they don't know some shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
bro.
saying? It's like one out of three people who'll be like, I don't know. And you'd be like, damn, brother, that's a good answer. But people don't want to put themselves vulnerable like that.
Yeah, but that's how you grow though. Like I'd be lying if I say nigga I grew because I act like I knew everything. No, you grow by asking questions. If niggas
But
bring out something I haven't heard before, I'm like shit. If I'm just looking at it from right now, I would say this is what it mean, but I'm not sure. But I'm for sure gonna look into it. If you don't want to say you don't know that, like just be like I'm looking into it. I have heard that before. Like,
for real,
I ain't
con.
nothing to do with that because you
I
don't
got
know everything.
so like, I was about to say, wouldn't that go into dang, bro, hold on, can you hear me?
Yeah, come.
Yeah.
Dang, my headphones died. What I about to say? Wouldn't that go into like being meek and humble? Because once
Come.
you, if you act like you know
Con.
everything, bro, you boastful. That's why I say the meek and humble will inherit the kingdom, not the boastful, bro, not the prideful.
Yeah, bro. Like,
The humble will be a base, or what's it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the meek will be will be exalted, and the
I'm gonna put my
something like that, and the exalted will be a base or some shit like that. Like pretty much people who claiming that they know everything, yeah, they gonna be they you gonna be like, damn, he ain't know shit.
Yeah,
The
for sure.
motherfucker that was like, the motherfucker that was like, hey, bro, I don't know shit, bro, but this is what I feel. This is what the most I put on my spirit, bro. With the woo, yeah, he gonna be fucking put up on high on a pedestal. Like, damn, that nigga was right. He was
Mhm.
right, cause that's the most. He ain't right. It's the Most High who's right. The Most High done fucking laid out everything already. None of us can be right. All we can be is in accordance with the Most High. And if we ain't in accordance with the Most High, nigga, we wrong. Point blank.
Straight up and down here. You heard my boy?
hey, hey, man, hey, bro, that nigga talking shit.
Popping this shit. No cap. Popping this shit tonight. All praise. This is what I've been asking for, Zebulon. God damn.
Hey man, it's the Most High, bro.
That's
I just
crazy.
do what I do.
My last precept, I'm gonna get Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, man. And when y'all brothers can bring it out for me, that'll be wonderful. Um,
Got you, Con.
I'm gonna jump down after that. I'm gonna jump down to verse 28. So
All right, so
25
we're
is
going from what verse?
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25, and then I'm gonna jump down to verse 28.
25. All right, this is Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
Come on. So if you really want to know how to be a great husband, bro, it's best you go read the gospel and really just meditate on like how Christ moved and what all he did for the nation of Israel. And that's how you should be with your reals and your family. Simple and plain. I get it. I get it. Reels be irking the fuck out of us sometimes. At the end of the day, like we gotta correct them. We gotta, guide them and give them grace. At the end of the day, that's what Christ did to Israel. And on top
So,
of that, yeah, on top of it, like y'all wouldn't have died for him. If you got a wife you're not willing to die for, man. I don't know. I'm gonna say you a little bitch. You know what I'm saying?
but hold on,
I'm playing.
didn't you
I'm
just
not
say?
playing. I'm playing for sure. I'm
Did you
told.
just say? Did you just say that was King's brother? Hold on now.
I'm
I'm
saying.
just
I'm
playing.
saying. I'm
I'm
saying.
just
Yeah,
playing. I'm just playing.
I'm saying. Hey, I'm saying I'm trolling for sure, but definitely for sure. You gotta be able to put your life down on the line. That's not even talking about physical all the time. That's talking about even spiritual and even like on a mental level. Like you may be tired, but your kid want to play, or like your wife want to talk. Like it's certain shit you gotta sacrifice in order to make your family happy because that's what Christ did for you. Christ walked around with no house, uh, damn near no groceries for real. He had a food for real, so he endured all that. And you tell him you can't stay up late to hear your real event, brother. You got a serious problem. I know, and I know for a fact it get irking sometimes for sure. I know, but at the end of the day, Christ did things for the church that was not always convenient. Like I remember whenever who had died? Someone had just died, and Christ still got up and went and out nation Israel, even though he was in mourning.
Oh, you
They
talking
had,
about
The dead
Lazarus?
buried the dead, right?
uh, so that
Was it?
goes like no matter what's going on in your life, you still got to make sure that your household is straight. No matter if you're tired, you're sleepy, you're sick, your back hurt. And I know as men, whenever we get hurt, but we got like the world be ending. Cause I know that's me. Boy, if I get hurt at work or whatever, man, babe, I'm fucked up, man. I know it's like
I'm like, oh, get the Epsom salt ready.
I'm hurt bad, man. So, but at the end of the day, like we gotta remember, like we gotta be like Christ was to the church, And if we ain't doing that, then we're not holding up our end of the bargain for sure.
God, verse
To
26.
emphasize off that, bro. Once again, it can be hard.
It is.
Understand?
It is for sure.
There's
That's why
gonna be times where you see yourself like, I could have conducted myself a little bit better in this. But that's how you grow. That's how you grow for sure.
for sure.
But at times it's also good in situations, me personally, to just be patient and wait things out.
Come on,
It's
for
always
sure,
gonna come to pass for sure.
for sure. Everything the Most High God will for sure. But end of the day, we got to call last precept, Jeremiah verse 28. Shit, unless y'all got something else, if y'all
Let's do
do.
it. All right, 26. That
20,
he might sanctify.
28. Sorry, just jump
All right,
28.
con. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
So however you want someone to treat you, however you treat yourself, how you should treat your wife. You shouldn't let your rib go 48 hours without eating. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out.
Damn.
Say figure it out. Dang, you just had a whole 5 course meal from Benny Hunters, but your rib ain't ate in 3 days. Well, you king got to eat first. Salami.
That's wicked. He brought back a box of rice.
That's wicked, bro. That's wicked. Come on with the box of little Debbie's and got down toaster screws and say, here you go.
Debbie's and Shutter Homes is crazy.
That shit crazy, bro. But hey, niggas be doing that wicked ass shit. Niggas like, kings eat first. I get it, but at the same time, how was price though? Like how was price?
Nah, a real king gonna let his people eat first.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure happen for everybody eat. Fuck that. We all gonna eat around this bitch for
You
sure.
said toaster scroodles.
Come on, man. Yeah. Hey, if I invite y'all to my table, it's best believe everybody gonna eat, man. For
Oh,
sure.
you ain't got no choice, brother. I'm raiding pantry.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. But we don't do shit half step nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all got any more presets, man? Y'all bring them out for sure. If not, we'll call it. Y'all got some more precepts?
I think
Uh,
I mean, go ahead, Kadar. I got more presets, but I think I need to end it here because I don't even want this hoe to go out.
All right, now let me find out now.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro.
look, he wicked, brother. He wicked.
Nah,
A
no,
whole lot
low
on the
key, yeah,
spirit,
no.
man. Okay, I
It
get
need
it.
to
I
go
get it.
out, but the thing is, I haven't seen none of these go out. So like, if any of these gonna go out, do the first one, not this one, bro. I'm extra
Okay,
going.
come on. I got you. I got you for sure. Nah, no sweat, no sweat. It'll probably come out next
I'm
week. If
playing,
not,
bro. I'm playing,
I'm
bro.
looking for sure.
I'm
I'm
playing, bro. Put
Now I'm
put put
trolling.
all of them out. Put one of them out. Put two of them out. Put none of them out. I don't care, bro. It's all for the Most High, bro. Put them all out.
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
care.
trolling. I'm trolling. But yeah, with that, I say call her like Yahweh by Shemar Shah and say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom,
Shalom.
man. That's all. Hey, man.